The following program is brought to you by RadioMultiverse, that good old radio station at the center of Outlands, bringing you tunes and tales from all known dimensions. That's RadioMultiverse. Presenting Spirit of the Century. Follow the incredible adventures of the Centurions, men and women born the first day of the first year of a century and gifted with amazing abilities far beyond the common man. Follow their adventurous lives filled with danger and excitement as they travel the globe, making groundbreaking discoveries and thwarting evil along the way. Starring Dowager Horst as Dr. Stoltz, Richard Hutnell as Bill Hex, Dries Lux as the Shadow of the Jungle, and Spuffnum Gamble as Ferdinand Faustin in Spirit of the Century! And today the Centurions will be starring in The Mystery of Monster Island.
Hello and welcome to RadioMultiverse RPG with your host, Ramsey. And today it is time to continue with the Spirit of the Century, because our heroes are getting dangerously close to their goal. And you know what that means? The climax! That's when a lot of things blow up, usually. But first, let's see if we got all our players together. Do we have a Richard?
Yes, we do.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm actually going to be moving into a new place here pretty soon. Same landlord, so I don't have to pay. Well, I don't have to pay any new rent or anything. It's the same landlord, but he's moving me into a different one of his apartments because of my animals. So.
Yeah, because I remember you only moved recently, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Just a few months ago. Yeah. If memory serves.
Yeah, but he doesn't want. He said that he doesn't want to lose me as a tenant.
Source of income.
It's a valuable customer.
So, well,
that's good.
Apparently he never says this to anybody because he's supposed to be some kind of an asshole or something. But he's always been very professional, very courteous with me. So I think it's just people who don't pay him that he's an asshole to.
Well,
okay.
I can imagine you don't spend good manners on bad people usually, unless you're awesome.
Okay. Well.
So
yeah. Good to hear, Richard.
Thank you.
Next up, how about that Douwe? How's the weather there in Dutchland?
Yes, the Netherlands. It's relatively good. Right now it's nice and sunny. It's a little bit changey though, so occasionally when the clouds drift by and the wind picks up a bit, it's a little bit nippy.
Okay, I don't need a detailed weather report. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm just getting a little bit nervous about Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to a network meeting, and I will have to make a short presentation.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I always get nervous for those things.
I mean, I hate doing those.
I love doing it. I just always get a little bit nervous, which sparks my work ethic, creativity, etc. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it and dreading it.
Yeah. I'm not good with doing things in public. Even when doing these recordings in the beginning, not now. I'm like used to them. Even when we did these recordings in the beginning, I was like super nervous. Even though it was just with you guys, it's not we're doing it live or anything. Though I'm thinking we should in the future, but I haven't looked into that yet.
Well, do we edit these things a lot?
Actually, I don't really edit them all that much. I just usually add the intro video and the credits at the end. And sometimes when I really mess up really badly, I need to like cut something out or whatever. Or like last time, I needed to blur something out because I needed to go to my desktop screen for a moment, and I didn't want people to see all the stuff that was on my desktop. So I needed to blur that screen out for a moment. Was actually just a few seconds, but anyway.
No. If you have enough subscribers and active listeners, we could do something with them in the chat going, enjoying our show, yes.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. We have like at the moment we have like a 100+ subscribers, but
Nice.
like very little views. I'm like thinking, why do people subscribe if they don't watch anything? It's mind-boggling to me, at least.
Because that way they can watch it at a later time or whenever it fits their bill.
I suppose.
Kind of
Well,
thing.
our videos are pretty long.
Perhaps they're just supporting us, support us morally. That's also a
I
possibility.
have no idea, but personally, I think if they subscribe to our channel, they're gonna watch our videos.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
well.
I am in agreement.
Well, as I'm pretty easy to please. As Sumaru holding an exalted book. Well, as long as there are like few people who watch our videos regularly, I'm gonna keep doing these. I'm like, it's not like I need 100 viewers or anything. I'm not in it. I'm not doing it for that. Anyway,
I'm totally not
digress.
plugging.
We digress.
Yes, digressing and side questing.
I haven't heard Spufnum yet. How's it going?
Comrades, Bolsheviks, friends of the revolution, I have returned.
Bolshevik?
Nice one.
Short but sweet. Usually you go on forever.
I know, I was just getting ready to lay down and take a nap and wait for him to finish.
But yeah, no, he's already done. Well
I
done.
know.
None that all.
Okay. Good to hear from you, Spuffin.
How are you?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, it's nothing special happening right now for me. I mean, it's the... what's the word? Your average days for me
okay.
now.
All
Alright.
right. That's good.
If it's not bad, it's
Probably good.
good.
Wait,
I was
there
like gonna
was
say
no-
something to like meaningful and profound, but then my mind suddenly went blank. Oh well. Anyway, glad to hear from you. Last but not least, we have Dries.
Hello, folks.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. You sounded a little bit dumbfounded there for a moment.
Yeah, I'm writing stuff down and things like that, and you suddenly say, Dries, the reality.
Pay attention! There's gonna be a quiz later on.
Reality is
in the
only
form
one
of a
of
boss
the-
battle where you have to make certain that you remember everything that's been said to find all the weak spots.
Okay.
Reality is just another illusion, so don't worry about it.
You'll see. Anyway,
I
who's
know
up for
that.
who's up for a recap?
Me!
Not me,
Okay.
but do I got a choice?
Not really. As long as one person says they want to hear it, I'm gonna play it.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Dun dun
starting up.
dun.
Let's see what happened last week.
Last time on Spirit of the Century! After narrowly escaping certain doom at the claws of a giant mechanical monstrosity, our heroes delve further into the jungles of Monster Island. There, they made the acquaintance of a mysterious woman. Unfortunately, it soon became apparent that the woman was in league with the evil machines, as she summoned a legion of killer robots to beleaguer our intrepid heroes. Being dangerously outnumbered, the Centurions saw no other option but to make their escape. They quickly seized control of the woman's futuristic automobile and drove off to safety. But unexpectedly, a group of wheeled machines armed with deadly ray gun weapons set in the pursuit. The chase was on. Our heroes drove their vehicle through the densely forested jungle and eventually managed to dispatch their pursuers through Ferdinand Faustin's impressive driving skills. But just when it seemed the danger had passed, a malevolent voice contacted them via the automobile's radio system. Going by the name of Doctrine, this evil inventor claimed that he was the master of Monster Island, and that he had captured the men of action. Doctrine, however, said he could no longer tolerate the Centurions roaming around on his island, at which point a familiar foe suddenly made a reappearance. The giant one-eyed mechanical spider, the same one that capsized their ship, emerged out of the woods and started giving chase. And with no attack having any effect on the beast, it seemed our heroes were facing certain doom. But that's when the Centurions concocted a brilliant plan. They would lure the monster to a nearby swamp, and after a death-defying chase, the shadow of the jungle entangled its leg in a web of vines, after which it tripped and sank into the treacherous quicksand. Our heroes only barely escaped, but it seems they now finally have a name for their enemy, Doctrine. Will they be able to stop the evil machinations of this sinister scientist? And who knows what other treacherous traps he has prepared for our courageous adventurers? Find out in another explosive episode of Spirit of the Century!
Boo! No, nice! Woo!
Nice.
Let's go.
There we have it.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So there was no mention whatsoever of
Nope.
anything I did. I see how you are.
Okay, I could have mentioned how you shot yourself at the giant spider and just like plonked off it. Could have said that.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
problem is with this recap, I can't mention every little detail.
No.
I didn't say anything about Dr. Stoltz either.
That is true.
Gotta
Occasionally
keep it
that
as short as
that's
possible.
fine. That's fine. Completely fine.
I gotta keep it as short as possible, Richard.
Mm-hmm. That's perfectly fine.
I'm sorry you're feeling left out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't be such a
is
drama
no
llama.
longer going to be making awesome moves like he did last time. Nope, not one bit.
You don't
Good,
hear
good,
Dawa whining.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, some people are sportsmanlike, some people are. I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Dow's not whining because he's too engrossed in his exalted book.
Yeah. Focus on the game.
Nah.
Anyway, so
I will. Just
when
making a
last we
few
le-
notes.
when last we left off, you guys were like in front of the swamp, and the vehicle you had seized control of was heavily damaged. But you now more or less know where to go and where the supposed, at least that's what you think, the supposed headquarters of this Doctrine is. Because it says so on the map of the vehicle.
And even if it isn't the headquarters of the notorious doctor, it will give us more clues as to where we can find him.
Who knows?
Yes?
Who knows? But yes, your vehicle is heavily damaged. What is your next course of action?
I will
It's
fix
like-
it!
Middle of the day or something. With what?
Trees!
Okay. That's gonna take some serious science. Or engineering, whatever.
It's probably
You know
engineering.
what? I've been doing a lot of thinking, and this vehicle doohickey thing could definitely be of use to us. But there's only one problem. It's very weak. It is not structurally sound in any way, shape, or form. What
Actually,
I
it's a
could
pretty
do-
sturdy vehicle. It's just blasted to smithereens, more or less.
It's blasted by a giant creature with a light beam that can split mountains. I think it held up very well.
Yes, but
I suggest
we're
it.
probably going to be fighting against more of these things, and I figure if we can do some reinforcement modifications to this here doohickey, we'd definitely be able to stand a better chance. And you know what? We need one of them laser guns. We definitely need one of them laser guns. We mount it on the front of this thing, aim it and just blast them all to smithereens. Ooh, that sounds nice. Maybe I could infuse it with a little electricity. But then I'd have to carve
We
that
will
rune
need.
on it. And
We
then
will
I'd
need
have
to
do
find
that.
We will need to find one of the creatures which is about with an iron that is has a suitable size to our vehicle. And then I can mount it on it. Then we can mount it on it. For now, though, I think I will reinforce the vehicle so that it becomes tough again.
Well, that would take that to do that.
The giant
And then we'd
mechanical
have to
spider
do
was
that.
4 stories tall, though. It weighed quite
Yeah.
a lot. You're not certain that your
No.
Jeep would be
I am
able to carry such a powerful laser.
No, I am not insane enough to even consider that.
You could try building a tank from wood.
Yes,
I have an
that
idea.
is a sensible suggestion. I will do that.
How
Okay,
about
how many-
taking spare parts from the robot?
Ah,
It sank
that's
into.
boring.
Yeah, it sank
Ah,
into the
yes,
swamp,
swamp.
Spoofum.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's. Mm-hmm.
Well, it sank into the swamp, but I mean, it's huge. You know, it's gigantic. Not all of it would have sank in, would it?
Well-
Actually, you don't see it anymore.
The swamp is that big, really?
Apparently it is.
It's remember, Richard, it's pulp. Don't question things too much.
Indeed.
You know what? It's pulp. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to inscribe a rune onto a log with my knife, and this rune is going to be a rune of levitation. And what's
No.
going to happen is it's
No,
going to
dear
levitate the vehicle out of the swamp, just partially, so that we can pry off like a lot of the metal on top of it. There we go.
Richard,
Yo,
you could do that, but you don't have the materials necessary. And sorry, I'm gonna rule this out as like sort of a magic invention, like creating an artifact, which you can do, but you don't have the materials. But you could circumvent that rule if you bribe me.
If I bribe you with what exactly?
With a fate point, of course.
Sex.
No, that's more or less the way you can like circumvent a lot of nasty rulings, like just use a fate point.
Yes.
All right, I will give you.
I just couldn't resist.
I will give you a fate point if you will allow me to make a log of levitation artifact.
Okay. I'm gonna make it a little more difficult for you, though. You think that you could pull it off, but you need some sort of focusing crystal. You need a crystal to like channel the spell with. Just a log won't cut it. You need at least a little more material.
Okay. Where would I see the nearest like rock pile?
Just rock won't cut it, though.
We are in
But
a
if you
swamp. There
use
is
your
no
if you
rock.
use your smart, you might be able to come up with a place where you could find a crystal or something,
Well, no.
or something close to it.
In pulp, if you crack open a rock, there's crystals inside of it.
Crystals.
You have to use
If you
the
want
rock.
to make it that easy, Richard, you're gonna have to pay me another fate point because you're asking for a lot right now.
Yes.
I know. All right.
Normally, you would have to have access to your arcane lab to build something that can fly.
Okay. I have an idea. You see Bill Hex. He grins to himself as he sits down Indian style and begins to meditate. And what he's meditating on is he's trying to sense a source of power, so to speak, or a source of focus, if you will. And that focus is going to bring him towards where the crystal is that he needs.
Okay, alright, so you're gonna make a mysteries roll. This is gonna take you a while, so I'm not gonna ask you for the roll right away. Do any of the rest want to do something while
Yes.
Bill Hex is meditating? Doing
I
his
will
hocus
convert.
pocus?
wooden tank.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Me and my big
Just
mouth.
I will use the sturdiest trees that I can find. I hope that the shadow will cooperate. And reinforce our vehicle so that it can take quite a few hits. I will repair it.
There come the Flintstones.
I am considering rock, however, that is rather. It is too heavy, I believe. It would interfere with the power to weight ratio too much.
Okay, Dries, are you agreeing with this plan?
I have no idea what he's talking about. He just asked me to cut wood. I cut wood.
Strong wood. Strongest wood you can find. Wood that can be used to knock one of those metal creatures and crack their skulls.
Okay.
Right. You want
give
ancient tree down.
Give me a
Yes.
survival roll, Dries, to see if you can find some good wood.
Survival, that's already great.
No.
Let's see what I
Not good
roll.
wood. Badass wood.
That stays a great. It's a 4.
That's good enough, Dries. You find some sturdy wood. You had to hurt a tree, but oh well, that's the way things have to be.
That's the way
Well-
the nature crumbles.
You're a jungle man, you're not a hippie.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. And that would be green. And I will roll engineering to craft the wooden tank. Oh, I hope this rolls well.
Okay.
I believe it is engineering, right?
Yeah, more or less. Unless you want to do something scientific with the wood, I don't know. That's not a very good roll.
No, I will spend a fate point for
Yoink.
for
and grab one of
science
Bill Hicks's
solves
fate points.
everything.
Sounds reasonable.
And I'll take a +2.
Okay.
And then I'll have an engineering of 6. That will be a fantastic.
Are you
That's-
asking or saying?
That's a... Wait, hold on. 1, 2...
I'm hoping that is enough to repair the vehicle.
No, your roll was... Wait, you had a -2 on your roll,
Wait.
so... Your roll is only fair, so that would, like, clunk it up to great.
Enough.
Only great.
I'm not certain that'll be enough.
Right, in that
I'm just
case.
kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That is actually enough to repair damage.
Excellent.
But the vehicle now gets the aspect flimsy repairs. So you know what that means.
Flimsy.
It's wood.
Flimsy.
It's still wood.
Right. Since Bill Hicks is still meditating like an Indian, I am going. Ooh, this is a swamp. It has ingredients. I'm going, and we have
course.
trees that were cut down. I'm going to make I'm going to use my science to create a coating made out of resin and various other chemical compounds
Uh-huh.
to strengthen the wood and make it, and create a super varnish.
That makes no sense, but then again, it's pulp.
I will use science on it.
Hold on for a moment, though. Spufflum, is Ferdinand doing something?
Yes, he will train. I think since
Okay.
he probably didn't bring any tools he could train with, he will use some tree to hack his hands and
Okay, I
feet
was gonna
against
say
him.
you have bottles of beer, but I think that's the only thing you have on you.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 91
No, he doesn't have that
bottles
many
of beer.
bottles. Oh, you could, I've never brought this up, but you could use them as like an improvised weapon in like an emergency. You could always chuck empty bottles of beer at the enemy if you want. Okay, so he's doing that.
What
Is there
kind
anything
of
you want to do, Dries? Or are you gonna help the crazy Dr. Stoltz with his insane plan?
Yes, I'm just helping the doctor out.
Okay.
Your technique intrigues me.
I see. You know what? I just thought of something. Didn't you
You
have
have
some sort of
many.
aspects?
You have many. You have many skills and much knowledge about these natural surroundings.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
I
academics.
assume your
Yeah.
academics is mainly about knowledge of the wild and stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me
Makes
roll
sense, right?
something. Wow, I got a
That's-
good.
That's a good wow. So yes, the Child of the Jungle can help you out with his nature knowledge.
You should
Cool.
always smoke the wood so you get the moisture out of it and make it harder.
Hmm.
I have never heard of this.
Can
Yes.
definitely help you out. So
I will roll my science now.
hold on
Yes?
though. Do you really want to create some sort of super resin that will actually make the car tougher?
Are you asking me if I'm willing to spend my invention's power?
Well, you could use your what's it called again? Your universal gadget, but if you're gonna do something like that, I'm gonna say you're more or less inventing something, and I'm gonna say the same thing to you I said to Richard. You don't have the right kind of. You need a lab to do that. Just so in the book. But if you want to circumvent that, you can always give me a fate point.
I'm willing to create an advantage on the car so that it is tougher.
Oh, just an advantage. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you just want to put an aspect on it. You don't literally want to
Yes.
make it tough. You don't want to give it more stress boxes.
I don't think I can do that without spending fate or having a laboratory, right?
Exactly. That's what I meant. But you could either give it a new aspect or remove the flimsy repairs aspect, which would always also be a good thing because flimsy repairs is a negative aspect.
Yes, indeed. And that is my. That's what I'm going to do.
Ah, okay.
I'll
Then
see
you
how-
can
I'll
roll
see how
science
well I
for a
roll.
change instead of engineering.
Science.
Yes. And you'll get a bonus because of Dries' help.
Excellent. I'm having a +6. That should be a fantastic. Where is my book?
Yep.
Oh, there's my book.
I
Plus
think
bonuses
with
from
Dries-
Dries.
I think that makes it legendary or awesome. I don't know. It's a lot. So, you know what? Since I'm feeling generous, you can remove the flimsy repairs aspect and you can put another aspect on there.
Let's see. What would be good
But
aspect
it's-
for?
It's one of those
wooden-
one-time invocation thingies.
All right, I'm going for varnished wood tank jeep.
Okay. That'll definitely help you out should you need to make some rolls to let it withstand attacks and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm putting it on the Skype. Varnished wood tank jeep.
Okay. And then we return to Richard. Richard, give me a mysteries roll.
Alrighty, let me give you that mysteries roll.
Okay.
Alright, so I got a 6.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Okay, you get a vision of somewhere nearby underneath a tree there is a collection of amber crystals. That's good enough.
Ooh. Collection of amber crystals.
Yep.
And I'm keeping my eyes closed as I feel around in front of me, but I'm going to head in that direction.